We recently published 19 appliances and trends to avoid in 2024. Now you should look at the best trends to consider and why. Watching both will help you effectively design your kitchen, or at least be entertained with the possibilities. Be careful, I'm looking at service trends from last year, so this last trend is cautionary. Induction is a magnetic heat. The magnets excite the molecules of your pan, so the pan cooks the food bypassing the glass. So it is faster to boil, yes, even faster than a high-powered pro range. It can also simmer way better in induction than either electric or gas. And it's the most cleanable because the top doesn't heat like gas or electric. And even the most curious toddler can't turn it on because the magnetic burners need to sense metal. But that's not the reason why it's becoming so popular. In new high-rise construction, many cities like Boston, New York, LA, and San Francisco ban gas ranges. Developers buy appliances in packages, so not having a competitive induction range will cost manufacturers tens of millions of dollars in potential sales. About 5 years ago, many manufacturers started producing 36-inch ranges. Almost every brand markets a 36-inch to replace a pro gas range typically sold in luxury construction. New models include Monogram, Miele, Electrolux, and Bosch. Now, Fulgor, Milano, and AGA are currently the only manufacturers to produce a 48-inch range. That will change as Blue Star and Fisher-Paykel introduce their new larger 48-inch ranges later this year. You can buy an induction cooktop from every manufacturer. By the end of 2024, you'll find them at lower prices because the parts will be more widely available. But before you go out and buy that induction range or cooktop, it does have drawbacks. Gas is more reliable. You can't grill with induction. Also, you can't use induction in a power outage like you could in a gas range. Your next dryer will be a heat pump within 5 years or even less. You would think heat pumps were invented a few years ago, but that's not true. Heat pumps were invented in 1856 in Austria. It's better because your vented dryer continuously heats colder air with electric elements, expelling that heat through a vent. Throughout the cycle, heat pumps recycle air. A compressor heats the air through an exchanger, while an evaporator removes the moisture. Heat pumps are way more efficient and less costly to run. It'll save you roughly $175 a year when used once a day versus an average dryer based on Boston's current utility rates. It's also ventless, so you can place your laundry anywhere and also have the side benefit of never cleaning a vent ever again. And the lower temperatures are gentler on your clothes. The trade-offs are heat pumps do take longer to dry and could require more service. According to our last year's figures, the reliability was excellent, at least last year. Miele went all heat pump in 2019, but they only manufacture a smaller 24-inch wide compact dryer. Companies like LG, Samsung, Electrolux, and Whirlpool have heat pump technology, but in limited capacity. But then this happened. The heat pump ultra-fast is a washer with a heat pump dryer all in one. You put the clothes in dirty and pull them out clean and dry. The profile is an excellent choice if you want to wash your laundry before you go to bed or leave for the office in the morning. However, it will take longer because you won't be able to reload in separate machines like the Miele or the LG wash tower with the heat pump. Later this year, you'll find competitive models from both Samsung and LG. The supply crisis of 2020 to 2022 is now almost over. Bosch and Miele's dishwashers are now plentiful after being non-existent for practically 3 years. Subject to Wolf is the last company with issues. Their lead times will be under a month by the middle of the year. So you don't have to order an appliance 12 months before you need it like you once did, except for special orders. Now you should wait for a holiday. By the way, each holiday is at least 2 weeks. Black Friday is now Halloween through Christmas. Labor Day is now some of August and some of September. Memorial Day is and July 4th is now 6 weeks in the summer. President's Day is now most of February, so it's predictable. You'll save 10 to 35% off on these days, but then again, maybe not. G and LG have decided on fewer promotions and more consistent pricing. We'll see. But here's a better tip. Look at delivery and installation charges, as they will differ significantly between stores, even more so than the appliances themselves. And make sure you look at all the little charges they charge on delivery after the fact. My least liked video on YouTube is why you should not buy a counter depth refrigerator. People were legitimately unhappy. But now it doesn't matter anymore with new refrigerators available. At one time, You paid $1,000 more for a lot less cubic footage in a counter depth refrigerator. The LG Max changed all that. You can now buy a 26.5 cubic foot counter depth refrigerator or 4 to 5 cubic foot bigger than a standard counter depth. The Counter Max is also available in 6 models, and the price is less expensive at $17.99 to $19.99 than a standard 23 cubic foot counter depth refrigerator at an average of $3,000. Samsung has already introduced its version. Expect some manufacturers to do the same. My dad used to tell me everything comes around if you live long enough. The new popular color, again, is white. This cafe is very popular in white. Samsung now is white. LG and KitchenAid will also offer a gloss white in 2024. The newest finish is polished brass. You can even buy these monogram refrigerator doors in a polished brass. I should be more sentimental. White and polished brass were the hot finishes when I started at Yale in 1986. But should we robotically buy white as an alternative to stainless because everyone else is? No. According to a survey that we put on YouTube, which saying if stainless is unavailable, what color would you pick? 44% said matte black, 38% said white, gloss black was 12%, blue was 5%, red and orange was less than 2%. So black was our most popular color in the survey, although more people still buy more white. Look at the blue, red, and orange. These colors aren't popular, at least in our survey. However, 75% of Blue Star ranges sold at Yale are in a custom color. So if you want a unique look in your kitchen, add a pop of color in the range. The range is centralized in almost every kitchen plan, so your eye is naturally drawn to that area. Just don't buy brown because it matches any brown, even brown cabinets, or don't buy black stainless because it peels. Service is a bigger problem than ever. Last year, we delivered 9% fewer appliances than in 2022, yet we serviced about 10% more. The issues might stem from companies using new vendors and parts to fix their broken supply chains. Either way, you'll need help getting anything fixed in the next few years. Same goes for installation because it's now more complicated than ever. Your contractor may start pushing back on your appliance store for installation, so be wary. So what do you think? Heat pump laundry in your black kitchen with copper accents? You can leave it in the comments below. For more information about heat pump laundry or those big Counter Maxes, click these videos and thanks for watching.